Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I will show you my Pre-DivineZ set 1 Shiranui deck. Please go watch the other video before you continue watching this one. In the other video I explain a lot of card choices and substitutes that you can make for budget reasons and whatnot. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into it, I think. Right line. So the right line is basically the same. It hasn't changed. The Shadow Doji is still a +2 to field and soul. Can be a +1 if you're a little bit risky. If you're very unlucky, it's not gonna do anything. But in a lot of games, you will probably just see 2, and great card. Main deck. For the grade 3s, I still play 2 Obros because you kind of want to go into Mukur sometimes. I know the soul is a bit heavy, but still 2 Obros always nice. Still 4 of the Blioris. Lets us keep cards in hand when ditching for stride, but also ditching for the grade 3 right up. Also, 3 Espiritas. I've tested 3 a lot now, and I feel like 3 is fine. It's decent. A lot of decks will try to like grade 2 game you, and then these are kind of like not kind of very bad. They do, however, work with Blioris to make this a 15k shield. Which has helped in the grade 2 games, but you have to be wary that you might just see Espiritas a lot and you might be sad. It's good against decks that can have an empty board. For example, going into Divine, Varga, for example, will probably have no front row. Velstra also, and also is a counter against Bracing Angel Ladder. Which is why I play 3. I think it depends on your on your locals. You might not need this at all. If no one has Bracing Angel Ladder and no one plays Varga or Velso, for example, then you don't need this at all. However, if we think about like the larger audience and like regionals of like larger tournaments, Espirito would be kind of nice to have for that, just for the multi attacks. Grade 2s, basically just the same. Nothing has changed in the grade 2 lineup. We play our 8 Restanders and our 4 Shadow Doji support cards. Why I still play 4 of this, I see people cutting this, for example Espiritus and everything, but I feel like having this is just better, especially in the grade 2 game, because it's a grade 2. Also a stealth target, searchable, with the grade 2 and like with this grade 2 and the Shadow Doji right line grade 2. So having just 12 grade 2 attackers bodies, always great in the if you need to grade 2 game, and also just more restanders. Like restanders are just like super good in general. Grade 1s. This is a very quick video. Grade 1s. We play 4 of the Tenrei and 4 of Shenri. Tenrei is obviously just a +1. I still play 4. I feel like if I don't see Tenrei or the Izazu, this one. If I don't see any of these, I'm gonna cry, because this is the only way we still can gain hand advantage in a longer grade 2 game where people have more than 1 rearguard, right? Because this Shenri only works if they have 1 or less rearguards. So, for example, against I don't know, decks like, let's say Chronojet, they can play GG, they can play Gungan Ram, so they already have 2 rearguards. So Shenri is gonna be offline like all the time. However, in a lot of decks also if you go first, this can actually be Shiranui can be really good because it's a 30k booster and replaces itself. So in some matchups you really want to just find Shiranui early and just recycle her as fast as you can, because otherwise you won't get really won't get the value early at least. And Shiranui, as I said, just +1. So for this, but also I play a single copy of Katrigitsune. This is for like a few reasons. I don't really like to play more because I feel like I take out important cards and pieces. Why I really like it is, instead of playing 3 Oboros, I feel like the 2-1 split is much better, because you can ditch the Oboros early if you need, and you can still find a Katrigitsune later in the game and grab back the Oboro for a Mukuru Stride, because Mukuru is like the second stride anyway, so you don't really need to see Oboros like that early, and I feel like the 1 Katrigitsune is much better than just a 3rd copy. I don't want to. This feels much worse, and if you play 2 Katrigitsune and 1 Oboro, because if this comes in damage, you have to rely on a heal, and I don't like it. So just 1 other Katrigitsune feels fine to me. It's okay. It's not bad. It's okay. It's decent. Won't really come up like all the time, right? But it's still fine. Just the regular thing is the PGs, 1 Elementaria, obviously, because we can still play Elementaria. OT. This. Oh wait, we don't. I should have mentioned this earlier. We don't have the ban list, or like this restriction list announced at all for English. So the Dragon Empire OT is still the favorable OT always. If we do happen to get the restriction list in English, I think the blue OT is better because of the added crit. The crit pressure is always nice. The red OT it's better if they are at 5. But I feel like the crit just in general from like in the early stages of the game and also late it's always gonna be good whenever. The red OT is super bad if you're on like grade 1 or grade 2, because you might not want to be forced to call out a thing, which is very important. You don't want to be forced to call out a thing because you can damage denied and all that stuff. So I feel like the blue OT is better. If we have to replace the Dragon Empire OT. And then the standard 4 heals, 8 crits, still with the effect crits just in case we need a soul. And then I play 3 fronts. I've changed this from draws to fronts because I feel like we draw enough since we have 12 cards. That kind of replaces themselves for 8, and then the grade 2 is also. So we have 12 cards that replace themselves, which is why I feel like fronts are just that much better. And also a lot of decks can attack for 28, so having the front is just a 1 card guard, which is super nice. The front trigger itself, if you check it on a regular drive check, so strong, because with multi attacks a front trigger is always gonna be strong. And of course the 8 strides, because we play a stride deck and we only have these, right? So last time I talked about cards that you can replace if you don't have anything. I will say Forktail is not a card I would play in this deck at all. Forktail is not nearly as good important right now because we have Shiranui, obviously. I see some people play Forktail. I just think it's wrong because, like, last time I said that how it can kind of unbrick you some things. sure, but with Shenri now you just draw enough, you can just guard with them instead, or throw them, use them as PG fodder anyway. So like 40 is just, it's just mid, like actually it's not even mid, it's just bad. But cards that in important card you might not that I didn't play, didn't show you in this deck is Racing Angel, and that's because my specific locals, like, not, there's almost no Shiranui. It's like me and maybe like another player, so that's why I didn't include it in the main deck. And also know it's very expensive, so it's hard to come by, right? Racing Angel Leather is good, so it's a very good option. You have to reconsider if you're going to maybe a regional or like a bigger event. Maybe your locals have a lot of Shiranui players, then of course Racing Angel Leather is gonna be important. So this is a good option to consider if you have it. Of course, the other options you can also think about is the heals. I feel like I tried this one. No, wait, which one is this one? Against Luard, because of the Exocrit. This didn't do anything. I would still die, or I still have to guard with like 5 cards against the second stride from them. I always mix them up, but the one that stops grade 1s or higher. So I feel like these are not really like necessary in that case. This one could be a lot better with Varga coming, and if your locals have a lot of Shiranui players or even Bash and like other resigning decks. For budget reasons, Shiranui is, I mean, it's passable, right? And lastly, when the ban list hits, Genkai. We're gonna have to play Genkai, but Genkai is not a bad option. I just want to mention Genkai briefly now. People think Genkai is like super bad. I prefer Shadow Doji if we could still. I mean, if we can use Shadow Doji too, I think I'm always gonna use it. However, Genkai is good against, for example, Varga. A lot of decks that just ends their turn on empty boards, and then Genkai is a. I would say Genkai is a +1 always, and it's always gonna make you able to bring out a unit for the strides. So you're always gonna have a target, right? So in that sense, Genkai is good. However, it's real bad going first, because if you call it and you have to call it backwards, if you play against decks that can spot remove or whatever, or like bot deck, you're gonna cry. Which is why I always prefer the Shadow Doji grade 2 over Genkai. However, Genkai is not a bad card. If the restriction happens, probably more so when it happens, Genkai is gonna be the main deck. But Genkai can still be used if you really want to. I would say Shadow Doji is still better. But that's basically it. It's a very quick, very short deck profile. As I said, go watch the other video I made first, because there I talk a lot more in depth about the choices. This is just like a quick updated version. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will try my best to answer them as quick as I can. Sorry for the very late update, but yeah, thanks for watching.